There's this group of people who feel that we are only disabled because society isn't built for us. If we were able to have the accommodations that we needed to function properly, then we wouldn't be as disabled.
The reason that I started a nonprofit in 2019 because my autistic clients grew up. I've known them forever, and I watched them even with multiple college degrees and very specialized skills, they're still not able to get a summer job at Domino's.
Because there's enough information about autism out there now these days, especially with the internet and through TikTok. You have people like myself talking about not just TikTok and YouTube and what have you. There's no excuse not to know anything about it, and not for jobs to be seeking out people like me for our insights and all.
Have a job.
I want to have a job.
Okay, have you had a job in the past?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
a job program.
So did you feel that anybody in the workplace treated you differently, or did you feel like
they treated me the same?
They did. Okay, great.
But they did do some other stuff for me that was special because I'm special.
So
I'm gifted.
Would you mind sharing what they did?
They cut me a little slack.
Okay.
This is the thing, as someone who's done a lot in the workforce, there's only so much they could do to accommodate you. You know what I mean? Because depending on what kind of company you work at and what kind of work you're doing, you got to meet the company's standards, and they can only accommodate you with so much, you know. And then you could get employees being very disgruntled because of that.
If given the proper accommodations, the 90% of the time, if not 100, you will have the most loyal, amazing employee, because we have a skill set that is beneficial for so many companies. Like autistic people and the neurodivergent perspective, we are creative, we can hyper focus. Myself, I'm a perfectionist. I want it done right. I won't stop until it's finished and it's perfect. I am a successful person at my job and I'm a manager because I am given proper accommodations.
When you're with someone who's not on the spectrum, you just kind of have to put this act on that, I have to act a certain way to not, to have them not want to take me serious. Oh, but when you have someone who's also on the spectrum, it's a little less nerve-wracking for you.
Consider neurotypicals as windows, and autistic people are all the different flavors of Linux and Mac and all these other operating systems out there. It's not that we can't handle certain things, but it comes at a cost. That masking that Brandy was talking about, when we mask, we can seem completely fine. We can seem so normal that you don't even know that we're neurodivergent. But 5 hours later, we're in a pool of stress, recovering from that, holding it together and masking.
We don't want to be treated like babies. That's another thing that drives me nuts. When you talk to me, I come off as a neurotypical person. I'm neurotypical passing, as we say. You would not associate me with someone who's stereotypically autistic. When they think autistic, they think Rain Man, they think atypical, they think the good doctor. They don't picture someone like me, someone who could talk, who's very independent and all that. So they think that my struggles with autism are not that bad, when in fact I do have my struggles. It's just I'm able to mask them more, and it manifests into anxiety.
Learn what autism actually is. Talk about it to other people. Like, I just think that's the biggest thing, is this awareness of what it is. We all don't fit into this box. Even the media, they still portray us completely off, like the good doctor, and it's always one type of autistic person. and it needs to be broadened. It's not a autism isn't like this line of low to high. It's like a circle with all of these different traits that are all over the place. And so it's very much not what the public thinks that it is.
If you get this label, you are automatically pathologized. You know, the language is used to describe you in your individualized educational plan, your IEP. It's very negative, you know, and that's really not a way how we can respectfully raise a student and help the student to be the best, you know, he, she, or they can be, you know. So I think we need a huge shift in a mindset.
I think compassion is an understanding of where each individual person is the biggest key. If you were just setting everyone with the same standard set of rules, you're working 8 to 5, then it's going to fail. You have to have compassion for where each person is.
So they are employees and people first. There are so many lessons that I have learned, particularly one would be patience, right? So patience, I think, is a lifelong lesson. And working with the jazz hand students has been extremely rewarding, but has also allowed me to take a step back and to rediscover my own patience, right? To have patience with other people, to have patience with myself. We're all lifelong learners, right? So I try to instill that into our classroom for the Music Teacher Training Academy, and having them understand that learning takes patience, and being a teacher takes patience as well.
I think everyone has to pitch in. Every young person, every adult, every parent, every teacher, every business owner, a community member, we have to realize that we have to learn to be different together.
Look, I know it sucks to get your job taken from you, and I know it's also a struggle when you have some challenges on top of that. When you look back to your flashbacks and everything, it's hard for you to function. Like, you know, I think you are capable. You are. You just need to speak to your own child and just tell them that you're going to be okay. And once you talk to your own child and tell them that, you will be okay.
Don't give up. Just, I know people make it sound like it's easy, but I know from experience that it's not. Just don't give up.
Don't feel bad, you'll get another job.
Suggest any of these groups like the Department of Rehabilitation and other disability organization groups, even through the regional centers. I would recommend any of those groups very much. Be right back.
Like I said, there's people like me and so many other people on the internet who talk from experience, talk about what it's like being autistic. So for parents out there, you know, you have a resource. You have the internet, you have TikTok, you have YouTube. You have this, you have that. Like, so many of us now, like, we have a voice. When I was a little kid, YouTube was just beginning. You know what I mean? We never thought YouTube would become the thing that it is today. We never thought that we'd be able to make videos on the internet through our phone.
And definitely check out Hiki if you're autistic and looking to make friends or date. You can do either one there.
Yeah, I think also, just to echo her, we also have a lot of resources on our Instagram, social medias. Our Linktree profile link has so many different like recordings and resources out there. And I really think, like Brandy was saying, hashtag actually autistic is more valuable information than the DSM-5 could even think about.
Or Google.
We now have a platform and a resource out there. And just know that you're not alone. There are so many of us out there, and it's a very welcoming community that is willing to help each other out.
Just keep going.